Good morning to everyone. Today we are going to see about how Europeans settled in India and what are the places that were conquered by the Europeans in India. After the disintegration of Mughal Empire, India witnessed the scene of European penetration into India, and who were the Europeans and Portuguese, Dutch and French and English, how they conquered India. Let us see in this class. Now, this is the learning objectives of the European penetration. The students will examine the strategies used by European trading companies, Portuguese, Dutch, French and English to establish their political interest and territorial control, including the key Anglo-French conflicts. Introduction. Background of European settlements in India. European and Indian commercial contact has a long history, but it was in the late 15th century that India began to be seen as an attractive destination by Europeans. Initially, trading Europeans had only commercial interests, but over time they became involved in political affairs and established colonies in India. This led to the rivalry among European powers, initially for commercial gains and later for political gains. Ultimately, the British established their rule in India. There were 5 European companies that established their trading centers at various locations in coastal India. Portuguese East India Company, English East India Company, Dutch East India Company, Danish East India Company and French East India Company. What are the motivations for European exploration and trade in India? Let us see now. Historians generally recognize 3 motives for European exploration and colonization in the New World: God, gold and glory. Religious motivations played a role, as well as seeking a water passage to the wealthy cities of the East and the exotic and wealthy spice islands in modern day Indonesia. The lure of profit pushed explorers to seek new trade routes to the spice lands and to eliminate Muslim middlemen. European competition for global dominance also played a role in motivating exploration and trade in India. Overview of the Portuguese, Dutch, English and French settlements. Now we are going to see about Portuguese settlements. The Portuguese state of India, also known as Portuguese India, was founded 6 years after Vasco da Gama's discovery of the sea route to India. It consisted of several isolated tracts including Goa, Daman, Diu, Dadra and Nagar Haveli. Dutch settlements. The Dutch East India Company VOC was a chartered company established in 1602 by the States General of the Netherlands. Dutch India consisted of the settlements and trading posts of the Dutch East India Company and the Indian subcontinent. English settlements. The East India Company was an English and later British joint stock company founded in 1600 and dissolved in 1874. The company seized control of large parts of the Indian subcontinent and colonized parts of Southeast Asia and Hong Kong. French settlements. The French East India Company was a trading company formed for the exploitation of trade with East and Southeast Asia and India. The company traded in the Indian Ocean region, initially with the East Indies, the Indian subcontinent and Southeast Asia, and later with East Asia. Now we will see the arrival of Europeans in India, how Europeans arrived in India and what are the root causes for the European penetration. First one, Vasco da Gama's discovery of the sea route to India. Portuguese explorer Vasco da Gama discovered the sea route to India during the reign of King Manuel I in 1495 to 1499 CE. Vasco da Gama sailed from Lisbon, Portugal in July 1497 and founded the Cape of Good Hope and anchored at Malindi on the east coast of Africa. With the aid of an Indian merchant he met in Malindi, Vasco da Gama set off across the Indian Ocean and reached Kappakadavu near Calicut, present day Kerala, India on May 17, 1498. This voyage initiated Portuguese maritime trade in the Indian Ocean and led to the establishment of Portuguese settlements in Goa and Bombay. The establishment of Portuguese settlements. The Portuguese state of India, also known as Portuguese India, was founded 6 years after Vasco da Gama's discovery on the sea route to India. The capital of Portuguese India served as the governing center for a string of military forts and trading posts scattered throughout the Indian Ocean. The Portuguese established their first territorial possession in Asia, Goa, in 1510 under the leadership of Alfonso de Albuquerque. Portuguese India consisted of several isolated tracts including Goa, Daman, Diu, Dadra and Nagar Haveli. Within this we have a short introduction about the European penetration in India and how French settled in India, what were the French settlements we will see in the next class. Thank you.